Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video of tutorial series of building your mathematical logic using PHP, and in this video we'll be continuing our palindrome part 2. So in part 1 what we did was we created a function like this that checked if a string is palindrome, and this time what new are we about to do is we are about to check if a number is palindrome. But in fact, if you see here, if I just replace apple by a number 101, which is surely palindrome, let's make it a bit bigger. 10110. Is this the same? Yes, this is also palindrome. So 101101 from the reverse and 101101 from the start. Yes, this is palindrome. And let us put in here another number and call it 1100. This is not palindrome. So first of all, we'll be checking if A is palindrome with the same script we wrote for the string, and I hope this works. So you can see here the string 101101 is palindrome. So how do we get the answer? We wrote the code for a string, and it works even for number. And the reason behind this is PHP. PHP is very friendly with the developers. So depending on what operations you are doing and what functions you are calling, PHP automatically parse it to the needed format. So obviously string cannot be parsed to numbers, but numbers can easily be parsed to string. Let me demonstrate to you some few quick stuffs that might sound interesting to you. Let me just die here because I don't want these codes to execute right now. So let us just create a variable and call it 1. So this is a number for sure, integer. Let me just create another number that is 2. So both of these are numbers, and we know it's easy to add these numbers, a plus $b, and this should give me answer 3, and you can see the answer is 3. But what if I put this inside quote? Will the answer still be 3? And the answer is yes, it will still be 3. Let me just refresh this, and you can see the answer is still 3. And the reason the answer is still 3 is PHP can see that the operator used is plus, which is used for addition. So it is what it is trying to do is it is trying to parse 2 to an integer because the operator here is addition. But if you try to do the same thing with other programming languages like Python and Java, it should surely throw you an exception. And because a number and a string cannot be added in practically thinking, they cannot be added. But PHP is a bit friendly language, and it helps us to automatically parse character as per the operators use. So similarly, though we passed in numbers like this, the operators used here is str to lower, str, len, and these are all operators that works with string. So PHP is automatically parsing those numbers into string and working for us. But this is not what we are planning to do. Let me just show you one more example. What if I just add in a over here? Now this is not a number at all, because if it only had a number inside it, then yes, that makes sense that it can be parsed to number. But what if we have a in here? So answer it will still give me 3, but there might be some notice. See, the answer is 3, and if we just turn off the notice, actually there is no error at all. The reason this is, what PHP is trying to do is it is trying to add these two numbers, but it can see that this is not a perfect number. There is a character a inside it. That's why it is confused on what to do. But what it did was, while it was trying to parse this, it found a number 2 in the beginning, and after that it found a, which is not a number, so it just skipped that part. So it added 2 with 1 and gave us answer 3, because 2 was found while trying to parse 2a. So answer is still 3. So what if we write it a2? Will it still give me 3? And the answer is no, because now Now what it did was it was trying to parse this string b into integer, but it found the first character found was a, so the PHP automatically stopped it there and assumed this whole string to be 0, so it added 1 with 0 and the answer is 1. As you can see here, at the same time it gave us warning that we are trying to add a non-numeric value with a numeric value. So I hope this was new to you, though you might be doing PHP since quite a while, but we follow proper programming standards. The way we learned our programming, maybe from our colleges and universities, or even from textbooks and from tutorials, they actually don't cover these things. So these are some of the benefits of using PHP rather than other programs. But I don't personally recommend PHP for everything, but this is what something I like about PHP, that it is not so strict with developers. Now let us analyze, let us forget about using string, though I just demonstrated to you that it perfectly works even for number. So if we are passing a number, it can easily parse it into string and give us our proper result. But why don't we just try to avoid the functionalities of string and try to try to reverse the number on its own using mathematical operators. So let's do that. So let's, instead of calling this string, why don't we call it n, or number, or n, just n. So what we have done is we have two variables, a and b. We are passing it into the function check palindrome, and this should do something that should check if the given number is palindrome. So before starting with checking if the number is palindrome, why don't we understand the number itself? So what is a number? So if we have any one-digit number, suppose let's say 4, this is just equals to 4 into 1. Am I right? Yes, this is 4 into 1. So if we have two-digit number, let's say 23. So this is simply equals to 2 into 10 plus 3 into 1. So this is the breakdown of 23. And same goes with three-digit number. If we have, let's say, 123, then this is 1 into 100 plus 2 into 10 plus 3 into 1. So this is the breakdown of three-digit number. I think we understood what the number is and how is it broken down into ones, tens and hundreds. So this is ones position, so we are multiplying it by 1. So this have ones and 10th position, 3 is in ones position and 2 is in 10th position, so we multiply 3 by 1 and 2 by 10 and we just add, and same goes for this ones, tens, hundreds. So what I want to do is I want to first of all find out what is the length of the number, and to find out length we can just use strlen. So why don't we just find out length of the given number n. So strlen, I guess I told you without not using the function to find out the length, string functions to find over here, but just for length. Let's just use it just for length. Okay, so we got the length of this number, and this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let us just trace the numbers side by side. So the length is 6. Now in order to get this first number 1, if I divide this entire number by 1 with 5 zeros to make it length 6, so 1 with 5 zeros, then this should give me the quotient of 1 and remainder of 1101. That's how it works. So if we divide it by ones, tens, 100,000 and 100,000, then the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1101. So after we have calculated the length of the number, the second thing what we need to do is we need to create such an algorithm that will help us separate all of these numbers and manipulate it in our own way, or reverse it in our own way. We cannot just reverse it just right away, but we have to at least break the number down and try to separate all of the numbers and then reverse it. So how do we do that is, let us say, suppose we have the given number is 101101. so total length here is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So what we are going to do is we are going to divide this number by the smallest 6-digit number, that is 100000. So if we divide this, the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1101. Okay, so the next step would be dividing this remainder by a digit less than this number. Okay, so smallest digit of, instead of saying 6 digit, now we'll divide the remainder by 5 digit, smallest 5 digit number. So in this case 1101 is now divided by 5 digit smallest number, 1 2 3 4 5 digit smallest number, and this will give us a remainder 0, quotient 0, and the remainder would be still 1101. Okay, now we have remainder 1101, which should now be divided by 4 digit smallest number, which is 1000, and the quotient is 1 and the remainder is 101. Now we'll take the remainder 101 and divide it by 3 digit smallest number, which is 100. So remainder is 1 and the quotient is 1. Quotient is 1 and the remainder is 1 again. So now we need to do is take the remainder 1 and divide it by 2 digit smallest number, that is 10, and we get the remainder and the quotient to be 0 and remainder to be 1. So if we take the remainder again and divide it by 1 digit smallest number, that is 1 itself, then we get the remainder 1. So this way, if we just skip all these remainders like this, just skip all these remainders, then if you just check the quotient, you see we have broken down the number into its pieces. So this is ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, and 100,000. Exactly same 101101, 101101. That is what we got. So this way we can break down the number into its different position. So that is what we want to do. So let's do it. So first of all, if we see here, in order to generate the biggest number, so if the length of the number is 6, we need 6 digit smallest number, and in order, suppose we have a number, we want to get a number 10, or let's say 1, what we need to do is we need to just say 10 to the power 2 minus 1. This will give us 1, no, 1 minus 1. So because this is, say, length of the number that we are desiring. So if we are desiring 1, then what we need to do is 10 to the power 1 minus 1. So if we are desiring 2 digit number, then what we need to do is 10 to the power 2 minus 1, that's length minus 1 is 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, so 10 to the power 1 is 10. So this is how we can get the smallest digit of that length. So if we want to get 100, then all we need to do is 10 to the power 3 minus 1, which is 10 to the power minus 2, which is 100. So in this loop we have length, and all we need to do is we need to loop it like this. Let me just write this loop down. So for $I equals to, we need to start from length, and actually we need to start from length minus 1, and we need to reach till 0, like here we need to reach till 10 to the power 0, which is 1. So $I is less than greater than or equals to 0, and we need to decrease the value of I in each loop. Now first of all, let us find out the number that is smallest of that length, of this length. Okay, smallest of that length. So all we need to do is let's call that number digit. Digit is power. In PHP we have function power, and the first argument would be what would be our base. Our base is 10, and second parameter would be what is in the power. So in the power, what we want to do is length minus 1, which is I. So dollar I would go here. So this way we can get the digit that we want to divide the number with, and our number is $number. We want to find out quotient and we want to find out remainder. So quotient, let's just call it QUO. So quotient, it will be number divided by the digit, and we would like to parse this into integer because we want to get rid of the decimal values, or we want to get rid of this number. So why don't we just parse it by using int. This will parse and give us the quotient in each loop. And what I want to do is I want to put this in, because we need these numbers separated, so I want to put this in an array. So I will just create an array called num and assign quotient into there, QUO. Okay, the second thing I want to do is I want to find out the remainder, and in order to find out the remainder, what I want to do is rem equals to $number modulus $digit, $number modulus $digit, and this should give me remainder. As a remainder, we can get remainder using modulus. That's fine. So we get the remainder, and for our another loop, what we want to do is we want to make this value $n, and the remainder should be the, and if you see here in our algorithm, the next value that we divide the number with is the remainder. So what we want to do is we want to make n equals to the remainder. So this way we will be changing our number in each loop, and we will be changing our digit that we divide the number or divide the number with will also change by decreasing value of I. So I think this should give us separated number. Let's just quickly see if we got the results number separated as we want. So let us just var dump the number, and if we var dump the number, let's see what we get. Let me undefined number in line number 32 and 34. Where is 32? So this is not $number, this is $n, and this is not $number, this is also $n. So if we refresh this now, we get 101101 perfectly. We have separated the number. All we need to do is now reverse the array. So I think there is a function in PHP to reverse the array, and that is array underscore reverse. So why don't we go ahead and use that? So new underscore num equals to array underscore reverse should be the function of dollar and the array is $num. Just to make sure, we'll create a blank array over here, blank array, and that array is now assigned by this, and we reverse the array over here. So new number. Now why don't we var dump the new number if we get the same number? Var dump $new num, and we would never know if the number is palindrome if the number is var dumped like this. So why don't we pass b in here and check to see if we get 0011 or just 11 or 0011. Let's see. So 0011, perfect. Now we have reversed the array, and this is our new number. Now we have an array with the reversed value in new num, and what we can do is we can implode this array to a string like this. New underscore this is called reversed. Okay, reversed equals to, there's a function called implode that joins the number into the array into a string, and that is with the use of blank delimiter, and we pass the second parameter as new num, and we just now echo reverse and see what we get. $reversed is this, and we see 0011. So Now all we need to do is check to see if 0011, and why don't we just parse it into integer. So dollar reversed equals to, we just want to parse this output as integer reverse, and finally we would like to compare if this n and this n, I think we made a mistake because we don't have n anymore because n is replaced in each loop. So in the first beginning of the loop, I would like to create another variable called actual, and that I'll assign value of n in it, so that I can check if reversed is equals to actual. So here I will have my final function if dollar reversed. Why don't I just copy from Palindrome and just have to replace the variable names, and we are done. So with our first is actual and the second one is reversed. In that case this should be n, and this should be actual, and this should also be actual, and instead of calling it in string we can call it number, and we can just remove these quotes here. I don't want to have any quotes for numbers. So let's see what we get. Undefined variable reverse, it's not reverse, it's reversed. So where is reverse? Okay, so 1100 is not a palindrome. What about first one? Let's just pass in a, undefined variable a, it's not a, not here. I just wanted to pass it over here, a. Refresh this, and this is a palindrome number. Something that I want to comment on this code is we have compromised in two places. Here, in order to find out the length of the number, I've used strlen, and actually without using this function we could also have used mathematical functions to find out the length of the string, but that would just elongate the process. And if you'd like to do that, please go ahead and practice, and that's not too hard to find out the length of a number without using any string operators. But just to make this video short, I use that. Secondly, in order to reverse the in order to convert the array into number, I should not have used implode, because here again this is a function for array and string. It converts array into string, but reversing the numbers, we could have easily done that using loops and other processes by just doing for each loop, and again instead of to separate the numbers we did division, and in order to join the number again we have to do multiplication like this. So we just need to find out in which position of the loop we are and just reverse the process and try to multiply it and get answer, but that would again elongate the video, so I just use implode. So sorry about that, but I leave that up to you, and I'm sure you can deal with that. If you don't want to use implode and strlen, you can go ahead and use proper mathematical operators and print out the palindrome. So I just compromised in these two places. I hope you don't mind it, and you can try on your own, and maybe I can leave that for you to practice to play around with the numbers. I hope you like the video and you enjoyed the video. I will be dealing with some more exciting topics. I'll just collect some more topics and bring it to you, and we will be building our mathematical logics every day. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and share the video with your friends. And if you have any questions, you can comment it down below, and I've also added my Facebook page and my GitHub repository link in the description. So if you have any confusions, you can download my source code and try it on your own, or if you have any confusions, you can have a look into the code. So I'll just push the code into the GitHub and it will be for you. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.